So this is my little sulphur tuft, my not edible sulphur tuft. I was saying in the video, got kind of greyish gills, so they kind of look a bit greyish, but greenish. But I suppose the right word would probably be olivaceous. Yeah. So I'm going to do a spore print because for me, when I first went picking mushrooms with people who knew what the mushrooms were, I had my books in my backpack and they helped identify a few, but when I came home I did spore prints so that I could learn about each mushroom. I don't find apps any good for ID. Myself personally, I just don't find them any good. I think they're quite dangerous, but books are great, and like Facebook has ID groups. I know we're in Telegram, but yeah, there's just seek out these places. Never eat anything until you're 100% sure. There's very few mushrooms I actually eat. Some of them like are edible but not worthwhile. But like you want to be really sure what you're doing with mushrooms. I'm really kind of nervous about them, and I always assume that other people are too, but maybe not. Okay, so spore print. You simply just get your mushroom, put it on a piece of paper, and put a few drops of water on the top and cover it over. Now I'm using white paper for this one because I know the spores aren't white. For this one I did yesterday, I used my credit union book because it's black and I can easily wipe it off afterwards. And the spores turned white, but I used it because I knew what I thought the mushroom had white spores. So, like, it's actually really fun. It's a really nice thing to do to make spore prints. Obviously not with death caps or stuff like that. But, you know, with your mushrooms that you find in your garden or whatever, you want to know what they are. Get your book, look through your book, and see if you can see them and do a spore print. And the books, you always have a kind of a key at the front of them for ID. Feature, like to see there, that sort of thing, to narrow down different groups. Like, but literally I still do go to the forest with my books in my bag and take pictures of them, maybe bring one or two home for ID. And yeah, there's actually the death cap. Yeah, don't be picking that one, don't even go near it. But anyway, there's spore prints, really handy for ID.